Let's just go with oh the joy. Oh the joy. So we got a few things going on here in the shop today. Number one is this 7530. I have an issue with it. I don't know if this door is going to open. Open this door, William. Pull, pull, pull. Go ahead. Pull, pull. Pull hard. Hard as you can. Rip it out. Get it off of there. No? These doors are so hard to open. Anyway, yeah, I have to make some room in here because the floor's got to come up. Watch, what we're gonna do is we're actually, yeah, hi. Now watch out, let me get in here real quick so you don't fall out and die. I'm not even sure if this tractor's going to move. That's the problems we're having. The floor's got to come out. I got problems, and I hate it. I hate the fact that I've got problems. This thing is going to show me a no message. If it does show me a code, that just means that we got issues. Watch this. Ready? Well, actually, let's do this. Speed it up 1400. Is it going to beep at me? No. Why not? Yesterday, it caused me all kinds of problems. So, are we going to move? Yes, we're going to move again. All right, so that's nice. Yeah. Well, I'm going to move some stuff out of the way, and I will explain as I'm doing this. Okay, Will? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to open that up just a little bit, and then we're going to open this one up. You get in the captain's chair. Go ahead. You sit in the seat. You sit in the seat. I'll be right back. All right, so I got this junk that's in the way here. These are empty drums. They just got to be moved, and I'm going to crush them a little bit later today. Okay, so as you know, I think there's something in that one. My 7530 has got not really a major issue, but it's got a major issue. Let me go ahead and put this down. It needs, this 7530 needs some attention. There was a brake failure with this tractor while we were down in North Carolina. So we removed the brake linings. I think they're over here. Okay, so I think they are here. Parts of them are here. So there's some crappy oil in there. This is the brake disc, or the compression disc. You can see there's some scuffing, and I did replace it. It's all new, but really not the worst. You could see that it was starting to eat away on this one. This was the secondary one. The first one was munched up to the point where it was done. It was just absolutely 100% roached. And I think I've got that out here. I chucked it out here. The boys chucked it out here. So this is the first one we did, all right? This one's completely history. And that's the second one we did. And you could see it was starting to come apart on that one. It had dished out and became shitty. And this plate here, oh yeah, this is the other one, and it was chewing it up. So all this metal was in my, how did you manage to do that, little boy? All that metal was in my oil, in my system. So when you get metal in systems like this, it turns into a major ass ache, meaning it starts plugging up. $50 filters. I don't know if you can see these yet, but here it is, leaking all over the floor. $50 filters, plugs those up, then it packs in to places that it shouldn't. Now there is a pressure control valve on this front of this transmission. There's a pump, and then there's the pressure control valve block, which is the block behind where the filter housing screws in. It's actually part of the filter housing. So what happens there is there's a piston in there, and as material builds up in there, they actually get, it gets, William, get out of that mess. Get out of there. It begins to seize the piston. It'll score that piston, and because the piston is steel and the block is aluminum, it can cause some major problems. So I'm going to pull the floor out. I'm going to pull that spring and piston system out of there, and I'm going to clean it, and then I'm going to hone it. Yes, I'm going to hone it. I'm going to use a brake cylinder hone. You can get those pretty small. And I'm going to hone that out, and I'm going to drop that back into its slot, the piston back into a slot. So what that does was, and I know that it's been starting to have issues before the brake system started to fail, or the brake system started to fail and I didn't realize it, and slowly built up crap in there. So what I'm going to do is move this crap out of the way so I can get a free flow into there. I've got some electric drills and tools and stuff like that that are over there that I can just walk back and forth now that I've got the baler out of here. And we should be able to just tear into this thing, get it out, and I'll show you every step of the way. Maybe. Devil. Okay, so in order to get to this filter, you actually have to take this thing off of here. And I know I brought the damn wrench. Where the hell did I put it? Oh, that's my wallet. Watch here. So it takes a 1/2-inch wrench or a 13mm wrench, I believe. It's not a 14 because Timothy had a 14 under there and that was pretty useless. 13, 1/2 inch is just a bit tight. So I'm pretty sure it's metric. Not that it matters too much. Here, I'll set you all down there and I'll take this thing off. Because this filter housing or this block, and I'll just kind of sit them there. William Edward, you're wasting our electric. That little boy is just being a pain in my butt. Yeah, he is. You hear all that noise, that air noise? That is not productive. That's William. That's William. We love William. And sometimes he does not listen. He is a lot like his mother and father. Yeah. Alright. So, let's see what we got here. Obviously, the oil cooler, the transmission oil cooler is here. I'm not going to have to take down the drive shaft, but what I am going to do is, because of the issues that I'm trying to resolve, and I'm not sure, oh shoot, I grabbed the wrong one. How did I do that? What is that thing? What is that? One and a something or other for the fun part. Ready for the fun part? You know what's really weird is this is supposed to be an aluminum housing and it's not. It's actually steel. So that's a plus. Yeah, that's a plus. Why are you not working? You are working. Quit. Okay, so this is the pressure regulating block right here. The bottom side of that is where the filter housing is. And there's the pressure regulating valve, which is right here at my fingertip. I just hit my head because it is extraordinarily tight in here, as you can probably tell. So the deal is you have to get the cap off of there before you can get the spring out. And my honest opinion is that it's just filled with dirt from the, what do you call it, the from the brake fit. Oh fuck, I did it again. I need to get something over top of that. Maybe a hat on my head would help. And the crazy thing is there is a spring. This thing is going to be spring loaded to a very small degree. Hopefully it's not terrible. And when I go to take it off. Now, the dumb thing here, oh, there it is. The dumb thing is that this housing is aluminum, as you would say. Okay, so I'm gonna show you. Oh shit, there goes the goddamn heater. I just did that, god damn you. I cannot believe I just did that. There, tore that up. You can't tear that up. Alright, so you can probably see the spring. I'm gonna go ahead and pull that spring out of there. Yep. Okay. Alright, there's the spring. And then I'm going to stick my fat ass finger in there and see if I can get that to come out, which is not happening. Alright. So, this is not going to be fun at all. So what I think I'm going to end up doing is, because that is a pressure regulating piston, I'm gonna give it a shot with tool, because that piston is steel and it goes into an aluminum housing. No. Steel that goes into an aluminum housing. So what happens is that dirt or that metal shavings will build up between the steel sleeve and the aluminum housing because the aluminum housing is soft. I'm hoping I don't have to pull that whole thing off of there, because if I do, that means I gotta put a gasket on it. And I don't have a gasket because you gotta isolate from steel to aluminum or you get that electrolysis crap, and that makes a bigger problem. So anyways, I'm gonna see if I can get my finger in there, my pinky in there, and grip that little thing and pull it out, or I'm gonna put the filters back in, start it up, and shoot the thing across the side of the transmission. That's what's gonna happen. Yep. Okay, that's exactly what we had to do. I started it up and it did eject it. I'm going to have a couple of rags here. I'm gonna wipe my hands down, and then we're going to take a look at these things. This little brass bit gizmo is like a very expensive. And okay, so my hands are clean. Give me a new rag. This is the plunger. This came off, that dirt came off the side of the tractor. And it did not want to.
Well, don't go in there.
Yeah, that's probably the issue. That it's stuck in there. I don't know, I'm not seeing any major scoring or anything. Just dirt. This is the cold weather valve. Look at that. See it right there?
Yeah. Numbers there too.
This is aluminum, so there's no scoring here. Yeah, there's numbers in there. Well, that's the seat. Well, it's not spring loaded.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Birthday to you. Birthday to you.
All right, so here's what we've got. I am putting it back together again. It is right there, obviously. What I'm going to do in this process, this beautiful process of replacing parts, I'm gonna stick y'all right there while I talk. I had to remove wires, you know, no big deal. I just kind of scooted them out of the way and cut wire ties and things like that. But when I went to pull that plunger out of there, I think I said already that I could not get it to come out. I believe it's made out of titanium. It is not plastic and it is not aluminum. But it is so hard that you can't score it with a knife or scratch it. So it's either titanium plated aluminum, or it's, well, don't even ask me how they electroplate shit like that, but could be something like that. Or it's just some really weird alloy that Dear John, or ZF, the Germans. I'm pretty sure this is the right one. But anyway, this is one of the sensors. They're very different now. They've changed them to a different style. They have a different number to them. And John Deere has recognized that this is an issue, so they've changed it. They've updated all three of those sensors. I don't know. The replacement sensor was $198 and change, so it was just shy of 200 bucks. It's not something you want to just throw around when you're working on these things, but the pressure valve is, it's all part of it, right, Tim? It's the one, you got the one on the top, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll plug it in, and then we'll know right away if this is the right sensor, because it is the cold weather start bypass, the oil filter bypass. There's a little brass thermostatically controlled bypass valve in there, and that's what this sensor detects. William, where are you? William! Oh, I see. Get out of that glass. Keep playing in glass. You need sand or something. So it's a thermostatically controlled sensor. Timothy, you're going to start it up? No, you're not. Get out of my way. I'm going to start it up. You're not making videos. Don't hit your brother.
Where are you?
Okay. So we'll just see what happens here before we start putting everything back together. Okay, so you start it up, you let it do its thing, and then it's starting noisily too. Okay, so everything is wound up. It would have went right away. Let's clear the codes, if there's any codes. I don't see anything. Those are the two codes that were on there last night. And that was the same as what they were last night. Same as last night. Excellent. Okay. It's got it.